Asher and Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Sam Teskey here.
Nice. Here at Bourbon and Beyond.
Yeah, man.
How's it feel?
It's very cool. Yeah, it's hot here. I have to say that for sure. But it's a real cool festival. I haven't got to check out too much of it yet. We kind of just rolled in and I got to see a bit of Robert Cray, which was cool.
Yeah.
That was great to just check that out. That was just outside our bus. So we're just like, oh, you've got to pop up and see that. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how about how Danny Wimmer treats the artists? Okay, I always ask that because, man, there are so many different festivals you could play on, and how you get treated determines how great your set is.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah, I think, good festivals know that if they look after their artists, they'll look after you, and they'll want to come back as well, It's like they're memorable. We're on the road and we're playing a show every night all over the country, and the places that stand out because they're the artists. And so then when it comes up in a few years' time, you're like, oh yeah, let's play that one. When we're trying to set up a new tour, like, let's do our show there because it's a big thing for sure. Like to make the artist remember your venue or festival, it's well worth it, I reckon, for everyone, yeah.
So far, how have you been treated? Would you come back?
Yeah, I'll come back.
You haven't even played yet.
Yeah, I actually haven't even really explored around too much, but the first thing I probably tried is that delicious sweet mocktail thing over there.
Oh yeah, it is pretty good.
That's pretty delicious,
That drip bar is pretty badass too.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, I'm yet to experience all the goodies yet, but I'm sure I will, yeah. I'm getting there.
And so the listeners don't make bad assumptions. Where's that accent from?
What's that, say again?
Where's the accent from?
My accent, yeah. So I'm from Melbourne, Australia.
Which I assumed, but I never assume because UK, South African, Australian, if you call them the wrong one, they don't like it.
Yeah. Well, we don't mind. But generally, like us mistaking Canadians for Americans and vice versa, Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right now, Canadians are nice people, so it would be a compliment to us and an insult to them.
Yeah. I feel like it seems to go more that way, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right.
But for us in Melbourne, like my background's English. I'm the first of our generation in Australia. So Josh was born, my brother was born over in Exeter, and so we probably don't have the most Australian accents anyway, naturally. And growing up around Melbourne, we're not in the thick of the heart of Australia where it really gets, it's the further you go out, the more Australian you sound, really.
Right.
Yeah.
I've always been fascinated by, saw this show once where they had the dig outs where you live underground in that really hot area in Australia. Yeah. I don't remember where it was, but I was like, I want to try that.
So that's real Australia. I'm sure the accents would be strong out there. Probably similar to America. The further you go out of the cities, the more
everywhere's different. It's kind of like Europe. Every state is another country here.
Yeah. You see that. You definitely get that feel for sure.
So when you're not playing music, do you surf?
Not really. I would like to get into the ocean more. I'd love to get more into surfing. I do. I just don't seem to ever have the time for it. I got a country property outside of Melbourne, so I find myself doing a lot of woodwork and chopping wood. Just nice, wholesome country things.
What's the coolest thing you ever made?
Oh, coolest thing I ever made.
In your opinion, obviously.
Yeah, in my opinion. Oh, okay. Well, I've kind of made this out of cedar, this sort of recording box that has like all in one, like it's one little box that sits on. It has like a rack unit at the beginning, like where you can put a preamp in, and then you put it has like a fold out microphone that you put in one side and another microphone in the other side, and it's all kind of routed up and ready to go. So all you have to do is kind of open the laptop and it's ready to record, or plug it in and ready to record. It's all charging, and so it's like this kind of little mobile digital recording station with a nice piece of, like I had on it a nice Chandler preamp, like a 1073 style preamp with a nice U87 mic. So it's
nice.
Yeah, it's just bring the good stuff around just for nice. Yeah.
I love it. That's great. Yeah. I love to hear what musicians' passion is outside of music.
Yeah, totally.
And it's so cool to hear the different things that different artists do in their spare time.
Yeah.
What little you have.
Yeah, that's right. It's a creative thing. Like, you have to have a outlet elsewhere other than music, or else you could get too in your head with it.
I would think you would get burnt out.
You
too,
do get
like,
burnt out, and also you actually just need to have the experience of like sometimes when you're like carving back something with wood and doing that, that's kind of when a song idea will come, when you're doing something, another activity, then you're like, oh, okay, here's a song idea. Okay, well, maybe I'll pop into the studio for a bit and, like put that song down or come up with some lyrics for it or come up with some chords or whatever for it. They're the moments that you're kind of harvesting. Yeah.
See, that's cool to
harvesting
hear.
the ideas, and then if you're in the studio constantly, we're going to go do a songwriting session with nothing to kind of like write about, you're like, okay, well, then you have, it's like when someone forgets someone's name and you're like, oh, no, I've forgotten their name as well. It's like you have that sort of block moment. So it's really important to just get out and just do something else and let it just come naturally, and then go put it down. Like I think that's why other artists do have other little hobbies that they get carried away with.
When you first got into music, could you ever imagine that you'd be where you are now? And experience all the things you did?
Yeah, no, definitely not. I guess I imagined it, but I never thought it would actually sort of, eventuate.
Like, it would be cool.
Like, that would be cool. Oh, I'd love to play in one of those big stages. I wonder what that would feel like. Because it was just we were playing in little cafes and bars for years, 10 years or something like that, and playing to sometimes no people, to 15 people, to no one, like whatever, would do anything, kind of play any gig that we got asked to play. And then it wasn't until we put down a record that it kind of started to build some momentum, and we're like, oh shit, okay, we'll try and play catch up with this. And we've kind of felt like ever since then we've been playing catch up, till now.
But I love that you brought up what you did for 10 years, because I always talk about, to become an overnight success in this business, it takes about 20 years. That's an overnight success.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. They don't realize what work you guys put into and dedication and sacrifice to be able to play at Bourbon and Beyond or anywhere.
Yeah, it's like, it's totally, and we felt that when we always made half decent money when we were playing in the early days, like just good money for it just to get us by. But then as soon as we started pushing it and trying to play catch up, that's when we started getting a lot less money. We're like, okay, shit. And those few years were definitely like a hard few years of just getting $200 a week and then putting the rest aside into investing to come over here, because it's big money to kind of do a tour over here when you've got no guarantees or anything like that. You just you're putting yourself out there for sure. And we're lucky enough that it's paid off. We spent the money, spent the time, and it's kind of paying off now. So
nice,
which is great. Yeah.
And you guys just dropped a live album recently. Now, when you listen to that compared to listening to your studio stuff, if you were the fan, how would you feel?
I would, I would like it. I feel like our sound it evolves so much more when it gets to stage. Like, so it's sort of like to not give fans kind of the both aspects, because when we're coming up with a record, we come up with it in the studio, and usually the songs are written there and then, and we build it up, and then we kind of have never played it live, and we've already cut the record. So then when we start playing it live, we're like, oh, actually, it feels better doing it like this. And the song really evolves, like it really kind of evolves for the crowd. So for us to put out just the album doesn't fully represent that cycle, that kind of album cycle. So pretty much every album cycle we've put out a live record. And you'll notice they're very different. Like, I feel they are anyway.
I love that, though, because otherwise, like if I go to a show and it's just like the record, I could just sit home.
Yeah. The comfort of your own speakers.
The real stuff, the real musicianship, going off the script, you know. And
it's got to happen,
making mistakes because you're gonna.
Yeah.
And to me, that's real music.
Trying out new stuff, and that's what it's about when you're on the road every night playing to people. You're kind of like, well, that didn't work so well. Let's not do that tomorrow night.
Right?
Let's dial it back. And especially when you're trying these new songs, you're really kind of like, it's tough. It's like when crowds know your music and you're like, okay, well, now we've got some new tracks. You really got to see how people respond. And generally, they're a lot more tame. So you're kind of like, okay, like, did they like it or didn't they? And that's how we sort of navigate what songs we put in the set now, because we've got enough music that if we put all of our music in it, the set's just going to be way too long. So we've really kind of got to gauge what works live and what doesn't work live. And that's all kind of part of it as well. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Tell everybody how they can reach out to you on socials, buy your merch, get your music, tour dates, all that.
Look up the Teskey Brothers on Instagram, and they'll probably lead you everywhere. And they'll give you the website, theskeyBrothers.com. Yeah, and buy it all there. check out our shows. Spotify is a good way to look at it as well. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy you're here at Bourbon and Beyond, and thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thanks, mate. That's pretty awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.